All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and change slides and talk about our agenda today. The agenda today will be specifically the IM barcode implementation. The first subject we'll be going over is just the IM barcode basics. And then we'll move into IM barcode setup and printing. And lastly, we'll talk about the IM barcode in the real world and using it in the real world situations. Okay, the first thing is that the IM barcode, you've probably heard different ways of saying it. They're all the same thing. You have the IMB, the IMBC, and the intelligent mail barcode. Now, printing the intelligent mail barcode is no different than printing the PostNet barcode to printers that support the TrueType font. The PostNet barcode, as you know, is a TrueType font. When you print it from Accuzip, you use the USPS barcode, regular 15. The IMB is also a TrueType font, USPS 4CB, medium 16. The font and the style is automatically chosen for you in Accuzip. All you need to do is check intelligent mail, and we'll show you that a little bit later. There are the two barcodes, top and bottom, and the IM barcode is approximately 1/8 inch longer than the PostNet barcode. Now the IM barcode, the PostNet barcode of course contains your zip +4 delivery point and check digit, and the IM barcode contains that same information with the exception of the check digit. It also includes the barcode ID, the service type, the mailer ID, and the serial number, and then the routing code, which is most of that PostNet barcode. The IMB required use date is January 28th, but I'm confident that after this webinar, you'll be printing the intelligent mail barcode by Friday. If not, probably Friday or Thursday. The main benefit, and there are many, but the main benefit to printing the intelligent mail barcode is you're going to continue receiving the automation discounts. Otherwise, you simply lose them, and they're significant. So the first question we have, we're going to have 3 polling questions. I'd like you all to get involved, and I'm going to go ahead and post the first question. The first question is, do you currently have a mailer ID? Go ahead and take a few moments and answer that. Oh, they're coming in. Nice. And I'll give it another 30 seconds. Go ahead and answer that. We have a huge audience today. I'm very impressed. Thank you all. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and close the polling. And let's just go ahead and share the results. 72% of you have a mailer ID. 8% of you said no, and 19% of you are not sure. Go ahead and hide the poll, and let's continue. Very good. Thank you. Okay, the mailer ID, also known as the MID, is required in order to generate an intelligent mail barcode. Everything else that makes up the IMB, you already have. No worries. Start printing. You're going to start printing your intelligent mail barcode today. Actually, it's going to be Friday because you can use our mailer ID free with select service types, so that you don't have to worry. And those of you, which is 27% of you that don't have a mailer ID, you don't have to panic. We're going to go ahead and provide you with a mailer ID so you can get the. You're not going to lose your discount. If you have to go through the process in getting a mailer ID, which we'll explain today. And it doesn't come in time because a lot of you prepare your mailing in advance. you'll be able to prepare your mail beginning Friday with Accuzip and our free mailer ID. Yes, Accuzip will provide the mailer ID so you can begin printing the intelligent mail barcode now, giving you more time to get your own. Okay, how do you get your own mailer ID? If you have a cell phone, go ahead and scan the QR code, or you can enter in the URL that's listed there. The total process will take between 1 day and 1 week to acquire a mailer ID. The mailer ID is free, provided by the U.S. Postal Service through Postal One. The steps inside this mid-quick step PDF, I've read it over and over. It is extremely simple. What you'll be doing is logging in to the Business Customer Gateway on the USPS, gateway.usps.com. This portal is a single entry point for the Post Office's online business services. The options supported include the intelligent mail products and services, including the Postal One and much more. The Postal One customer care, and here's your phone number. The staff, and I've dealt with them many times, they're very friendly and they are eager to assist. And when you call, there's normally someone there to pick up the phone. If not, you can send them an email or leave a message. They'll get back to you. They're very, very responsive. I'm very impressed. Postal One at email.usps.gov or the telephone 800-522-9085. Or you can go to our Accuzip forum, and we have a lot of helpful information on generating, printing, and exporting the intelligent mail barcode for use with a variety of printers and in different scenarios. We also have that QR code. If you'd like to scan that, that'll bring you right to the forum, and you can access it through your cell phone. All right, our second question. Are you currently printing the intelligent mail barcode? I know a lot of you have the mailer ID, but are you currently printing the intelligent mail barcode? Let's go ahead and launch the poll question. Go ahead and take some time and answer it, please. Wow, this is surprising. This is, you'll be shocked at the answers. Go ahead and give you about 10 more seconds. We'll go ahead and display the answers. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go ahead and close the poll. And out of the 79% of you that have the mailer ID, only 40% of our attendees today, and there are hundreds, actually print it. 57% don't, and 3% are not sure. That's pretty surprising. Let's go ahead and hide the poll. All right, setting up the IM barcode. On Friday, we'll provide an update that you can download, and it requires zero setup. You'll simply install the software, and you'll print the intelligent mail barcode just like you do today, printing the PostNet barcode. You won't have to do anything but check a box. If you're printing to a printer with a TrueType font. If you're not, then you may need to go to our forum or contact our support to help you output the information for a variety of printers. We export the IMB encoded and the IMB digits, which are supported by many printers. The setup, we're going to go ahead and describe the setup using your mailer ID. So we're going to go ahead and first go through setting up the Accuzip software using your own mailer ID. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and open Accuzip. Okay, so we're in Accuzip, and give me a moment. Okay, great. And you'll all be receiving Accuzip version 21. Under the Additions menu, to set up your own IMB, you just simply go to AccuTrace and choose Intelligent Mail Setup. So for the 79% of you that have a mailer ID, you'll click on one of these classes of mail, and you can click on each of them individually, and then you'll type in your mailer ID here. You just click once and then click again, and now this is editable. So you can actually enter your mailer ID directly into this window. And then you hit enter, and the software will automatically assign your serial number range and keep track of its uniqueness. For basic, which we'll go through, and the full service, which we'll go through on a separate webinar, you can also share your paths. By default, when you use your own mailer ID, it'll be set to no address correction by default. And we'll go ahead and minimize the first class. We'll go ahead and set up, you can set up the periodicals the same way. And then you can set up standard mail and type that in. So that's as simple as it is. To set it up inside of Accuzip, you go ahead and set up your mailer ID inside of the Intelligent Mail Information Setup window, and you're good to go. I'm going to click OK, save our changes. And now I'm going to set up, I'm going to go ahead and close, go back to here. Alrighty, give me a moment here, folks. Sorry. There we go. Come up with the, there we go, folks. Sorry about that. Okay, now our next thing we're going to do is go ahead and set up the Intelligent Mail barcode using Accutrace. So for example, if you have our Accutrace service, or if you want to begin tracking your mail, it's as simple as contacting us, and we'll give you a registration serial number. And then through Accuzip, its setup is simple. So I'm going to go ahead and choose under Additions, Activate Product. Give me a moment. I'm going to have to delete my license key. I'm actually already activated. There we go. Voila. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull down Additions to Activate Product, and then you would contact us and we would give you a registration serial number that you'd enter in and click Activate. And then it's going to give you this message that it requires a mailer ID, which is what we provide to you. So you'll enter that mailer ID into here, and then you'll enter in the range of serial numbers that we assign to you right here. By doing this, the service types that we set up, and I'll click Save, are all trackable. So now with Accutrace, everything that you do is tracked. So all of your letter size mail and all of your flat size mail now is tracked with Confirm, Destination Confirm on all of it, basic. And you can do that today. So that's how simple it is to set up the Intelligent Mail barcode in Accuzip, either with your mailer ID or using the Accutrace product. And then it'll track 100% of all of your trackable mail, and of course the QR code tracking too. Okay, let's go back to our slides. Here we go. Now we're going to show you how to print the Intelligent Mail barcode from Accuzip. Now Accuzip can print the Intelligent Mail barcode to any printer that supports a TrueType font, and those that don't, using the IMB digits, or you can also export the characters. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Accuzip again, and then I have a sample file named demo file. So we have a database, and we're going to assume I've already went through and I've CAS certified it, so we have our delivery point barcodes. Now I'm going to go ahead and click Print Labels. I'm going to choose that I want to print to a label format. I'm going to go ahead and print to the 5262 label, which is a 2-across label. And all you'll have to do is check this box right here, Print Intelligent Mail. I'm going to go ahead and click Print to preview it. So for those of you that are not currently printing the Intelligent Mail barcode, but have a mailer ID, you can simply enter the mailer ID into Accutrace or Accuzip and then check this box. For those of you that don't have a mailer ID, on Friday you'll download the update and all you'll do is check this box. You won't have any setup. So you can go between the two, print the regular barcode or print the postnet. So we'll click here. If I uncheck Intelligent Mail and I click here, we're printing the regular barcode, the one that you do now. If I close this window and check Intelligent Mail, the same template that you've already designed will automatically convert and reposition the barcode so there's plenty of space to print the Intelligent Mail barcode. For those of you that are creating new templates, you can click New here to design a new label. I'm going to go ahead and print to the RICO. I'm using a 5163. And then one of my default address blocks, I'm going to go ahead and choose address with barcode. I'm going to go ahead and change this to or current resident. So this is a very, very simple way of creating a new label template. I'm going to go ahead and save this as my label template and hit save. And then all I have to do is hit print. So as you can see, this is a 2x4 inch label ready to go with the Intelligent Mail barcode. It's that simple. So now if you want to move the Intelligent Mail barcode to the bottom, we just simply click Edit and drag the barcode to the bottom. Save our changes and hit print. And now the barcode's on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and close this, and now we're going to show you, go back to our slides here. Over here, there we go. We're going to go ahead now and show you how to export the IM barcode so you can print it from other applications. We'll go ahead and go back to Accuzip. Now I have my demo file open. We're going to go directly to print labels again. Click OK. Now we're going to go ahead and choose disk file. So we're going to actually create a disk and we're going to make sure that we have Intelligent Mail checked. Go ahead and click continue. So right when I hit continue, the software automatically generated the Intelligent Mail barcode for 100% of my mail pieces. In the export window, I'm going to go ahead and choose first, just double click on last, address, city, state, and zip. We're not going to print the regular postnet barcode. We're going to come down and choose the IM barcode. I'm also going to output the IMB digits so I can explain what those are. We're going to go ahead and output it to a comma separated file and include a header. I'm going to go ahead and click export. I'm going to save this file as IMB export. So now we have nearly 2,000 records saved, and let's go ahead and look at those. Back to the Accuzip folder, the demo, and here's the file right here. I'm going to go ahead and open that using WordPad. So here's my header record, and here's my data. Here's the encoded version of the 31 digits that make up the Intelligent Mail barcode. So as you can see here, we have the barcode ID, and then we have the service type. This tells the post office how to handle the mail. That was that interface that we showed you earlier in the IMB setup. Then you have your 6-digit or 9-digit mailer ID, and if you have a 6-digit mailer ID, which you will if you use ours, then it'll be a 9-digit serial number that follows. After that, you'll have your complete zip code, your zip +4 if it's in the data, and then your delivery point. And that's all that makes up the Intelligent Mail barcode. This is encoded to that. To print this, you can print it from Word, from Accuzip, from any program that supports TrueType font. If you're sending it to a printer that doesn't support TrueType, many of the printer manufacturers support the digits. And that will be our advanced intelligent mail barcode that we're going to have next. So I'm going to go ahead and close this and show you how to use this file, for example, in Microsoft Word. I'm going to go ahead and open up a document. There we go. So I have a Word document here. And I'm going to go ahead and do a mail merge. So I'm going to go to Mailings. I'm going to tell it to select an existing list. I'm going to go ahead and choose that comma-separated file. Let's go to the demo folder, into the demo, and here it is. All right. So now under Mailings, we have all of our fields listed here that we exported. So I'm going to go ahead and put the IM barcode characters up top, press return, and then we're going to go ahead and do first, space, last, return, address, return, city, space, state, space, zip. For this line, I'm going to assign it the USPS 4CB 16. That's all there is to it. Now, to make sure there's enough space between here and the first line, I'm going to click the paragraph control and make sure that after is set to, I like to set it to 5 points. Click OK. And now I'm going to go ahead and preview this. And then we can flip through the records. So that's how simple it is to use the Intelligent Mail barcode in other applications. You can also use Fusion Pro Desktop if you're merging it with static PDFs where you're ripping the master to the printer and then merging in the Intelligent Mail barcode. So it's not a scary thing to use and to begin using the Intelligent Mail barcode. So you should all begin using it if you're not already, which most of you are not, this Friday for sure. Give me one moment. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go into, give me a moment here, escape out of there. I'm going to go in and now we're going to go to the next slide. Moment. There we go. So basically, in a nutshell, the IMB is an easy transition and it's simple to print. And we're always here to help. As you know, you can go to our chat, go to our live chat, and we can help you there. You can send us an email. The IM barcode, now we're going to talk about real world use. So I'm going to go right back to Accuzip, and we're going to do an actual full-on mailing. We're going to use this demo file. We've already cast certified it. I'm going to go right to pre-sort. And in the pre-sort setup, I'm going to go ahead and do it as a first-class mailing, first-class automation letters. I'm going to click IMB Setup, which allows me to change my service type. Double click, and I can change my service type to the one that I want to use. And in the so if you have a mailer ID, you're going to go ahead and choose probably no services. No services right here. And if you use destination confirm, they're going to track your mail, but you're going to probably go ahead and set it up as this one initially, so you're compliant. I'm going to go ahead and click pre-sort. The software will pre-sort the list for first-class auto letters. Then I'm going to print our tags, our reports, and I want you to notice something here for our next webinar, which will be on full service. The software automatically generates all of your mail.dat files, and that's free of charge. We're going to go to labels. And this time we're going to check upload to AccuTrace. I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And now it uploads my file to be tracked to the AccuTrace portal. And then I can go ahead and create a mail merge. So I'm going to go ahead and dump out the same fields. Last, address, city, state, zip. Come down here to IM barcode, and I can also add the endorsement. For right now, we'll just do this. I'll put it to the same file, give it a different name, click Save. So now the list is in pre-sorted order, and now I can go to Microsoft Word, connect to that database, and then go ahead and print. Let me go ahead and close out of here. So that's as simple as it is. So for the 79% of you that have mailer ID and half of you that don't print it, all you're going to do with the new version of Accuzip on Friday is check this box. For those of you who already have a mailer ID, you can begin using it today. So let's go ahead and go back to our slides and let's close this. Give me a moment. There we go. So now let's talk about, I'm going to show you a quick demo on AccuTrace. So now that file was uploaded to the AccuTrace portal. So I'm going to go ahead and log into AccuTrace. And then it'll show me a list of my jobs. This particular job we mailed at the end of October. So we can simply click on the job, and this is listing all of your jobs, and then it'll display all of the intelligent mail barcode scans. So now that you're printing an intelligent mail barcode, if you use either AccuTrace or the trackable service types, you can begin tracking all of your mail. With AccuTrace, it's as simple as logging in after the list has been uploaded, and then as your mail gets scanned, you can start identifying the mail pieces that have been scanned. So as you can see here on 11/3, we had 3,220 pieces that were scanned, and we just simply click on one of these nodes, and then it'll list all of those mail pieces that were scanned that day. You can actually see the single piece mail pieces. Now the next report we're going to go to is the results by delivery by date. So this is going to show us how many mail pieces were delivered, and it's going to show you each date. And then you can select those, and you can actually contact those customers if you wanted to have a proactive telemarketing campaign that would show and have those phone numbers listed in here. So it's loading. Give it a second. There we go. And then it shows each one by date. And if you select one of these, it'll list for you all of those individual mail pieces that are actually out for delivery that date. You could also provide phone number information and name information as well within AccuTrace. Another nice report is the in-home delivery performance report. This shows you how many pieces were actually on time, or you can identify how many pieces are late. When you click on it, it'll actually list for you all the pieces that are late. Another nice report is results by county. If I choose results by county, it shows me the United States, and then I can go ahead and click on one of the states. I'm going to click on Missouri, and then I'm going to expand it so I can see that state larger. So now it's listing for me all of the counties. I'm going to go ahead and click on St. Louis County within Missouri, and here's all of the 5-digit zip codes listed. I'm going to go ahead and click on 93026, and then it's going to list for me all of those zip codes. What these show you here is this is a report of all the scans. If this was red, it would indicate that that piece was scanned by a QR code. And this is our new living mail service. So for example, if you send out a mail piece, and we'll talk about that in a second, it could actually proactively make phone calls to your customers. And then this is a map that actually displays the scans on a map. So as you can see, the second scan was done at this postal facility. So if I zoom in, so this was done at this postal facility. And if I scroll out, I can see that this is the final delivery of that mail piece. And I can tell you what date and time it was out as far as the stop scan was concerned, so it was going to be out for delivery. So you can make decisions based on your stop scans, which is very useful. If I click here, I can click on the report, and it'll actually show me all of the scans that were done so I can export those. So that's a brief description of the AccuTrace. Let's go back to the last poll question that we have for you today. Actually, this is the second to the last poll question. The question is, what mail tracking solution does your company use today? Go ahead and take a few moments and answer that for me, please. Okay, I'm shocked. Okay, this is good stuff. I'm blown away right now by these answers. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? If you were to ask me how many that I thought, I would never have guessed 87% of you don't. Well, that tells me, that gives me some good information that we need to have you all tracking, period. If you're mailing in this business, you need to know where your mail is, and you need to know the status of it. It's very, very important. So we're going to come up with a way to make that happen for all of you. 87% of you. Out of the sheer number that we have viewing this demo today, that shocks me. Okay, so the next thing I want to leave you with is our brand new Living Mail. This is extremely, this has been in development for nearly 1 year. I'd like you all to scan that with a QR code, scan that with your cell phone, or go to livingmail.com if you don't mind. And then we're going to do the last poll question, and this will be it. Let me go ahead and hide this. And our last poll question, for those of you who answered none, I'd like to know why. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment and go ahead and take a moment here and answer. If you're not, almost all of you were not. Okay, this is also surprising. So, of the ones that are not, we're going to go ahead and close the poll here. We've got 3/4 of you have voted. We're waiting for the other 25%. We're almost there. And thank you very much for taking the time to do all this. This is important to us, and this helps us make decisions. Naturally, we want the software to benefit you. We want everything that we do to benefit you. That's why we have we're the creators of all of this unlimited. We provide unlimited everything, unlimited tracking, and unlimited NCOA and the whole works. So we're going to make sure that we help you guys start tracking your mail. This is very important. Here we go. We're going to go close the poll. We're going to share it. So it looks like half of you, your customers aren't asking for it. They probably don't know it's available. And the other part of it, the biggest majority, and this is what we hear the most, and I'm surprised that it wasn't more than this, is that their customers aren't willing to pay for it. Well, they're not willing to pay for it, I think, because they don't understand the value of it. Naturally, when you're sending a mailing out, you want to the higher return on investment that you can get, the better, and the more money you're going to make. Naturally, they're going to visit your website or visit your store and stuff like that. So we're going to make sure that this happens for you. Out of the nearly 80% that aren't tracking their mail, give us a few days, and we're going to come back to you, and we're going to make sure that you're tracking all of your mail. Thank you all for taking the time. Kristen, let me go ahead and close or hide this. While this is up here, I'd like you all, if you wouldn't mind, to visit livingmail.com. And with our Living Mail service, for the first time now, we have this in patent pending, you can have your mail piece, a single piece of mail, actually communicate with your customer and with you as it's traveling through the mail stream. So imagine dropping 10,000 pieces into the mail stream to your customers, or 100 mail pieces, or 500 mail pieces, and having the mail piece throughout its journey communicate with your customer either through a pre-recorded message that you leave, a text-to-speech, an email, or an SMS, and then having them reply or respond to that, and then having you get that feedback. And this is as it travels. It's pretty amazing. You have to check out the video if you haven't seen it yet. It's livingmail.com, and on that there's a promo code, and if you contact us anytime from now until the end of the month and you give us that promo code, you'll receive $100 towards either the AccuTrace if you already have AccuTrace, or to the Living Mail service. So now your mail can communicate with your customer in ways that you can never imagine before. And that's through our Living Mail service. So anyways, thank you all for taking the time. Kristen, do you have anything to add?
Nope, I think that was great. Thank you, everyone. We had a great audience. And again, if you have any follow-up questions, email those to support@accuzip.com, and we'll kind of do a recap. I'm sure there's going to be some common questions, a recap of those, put it in a PDF, and we'll distribute it to all of the attendees via email. We'll also be putting that on our accuzip.com/webinars page. We'll put a link to that PDF along with the recorded webinar. And in the future, as Steve had mentioned, we're going to be doing some other webinars such as advanced usage of the IMB, going over full service, etc. If you have any sales questions about AccuTrace or Living Mail, give us a call, 1-800-233-0555. We want to help you use this service and help your customers. And as Steve said, we'll go over some of those poll results. That really helps us analyze where you guys are at. And then as far as the IMB, start getting it ready now. You know, with the large response that are not printing it, get it ready now. As Steve said, we'll be providing that update. And you can call us, chat, anything else for support. We're here to help you. And with that, I'm going to let Steve wrap it up, and I just want to thank you all again.
Yes, thank you, Kristen, very, very much, and thank you all for attending. One summary view of this entire webinar. For some of you, it may have been extremely basic. For others, it may have been right there, you know, where you actually could understand it. But the most important thing that I want you to get from this webinar is the fact that if you use the Accuzip software, we're going to provide an update on Friday for those of you who don't have a mailer ID, so you can continue receiving those automation discounts so you don't have to panic. I know these dates come up very quick. And for those of you who have a mailer ID that aren't currently printing the Intelligent Mail barcode, well, now you have an easy way of implementing it, simply typing in the mailer ID and going and checking the box. If you're not printing using a TrueType font, send us an email, let us know what printer you're printing to, and we can help make that happen. The important thing is, you know, you have a partner with Accuzip, and, you know, after 20 plus years, we're not going anywhere, and we really enjoy helping all of you. Thank you all for taking the time. Have a great Tuesday, and make a lot of profit the rest of the week.